It is nearly the end of 2020 and it's quite exciting if you're a designer, especially when you use Adobe apps because Adobe released so many updates during Adobe Max. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the new updates inside of Adobe Illustrator 2021 and how you can use them and how they'll benefit you. They are really good this year. Before we get into it, I just want to thank you so much for watching this video first of all, and if you want to see more content like this where I teach graphic design, hand lettering and just design as a business in general, please press that red subscribe button so you know whenever I upload a video. The first update is Recolor Artwork. Now, recoloring your artwork isn't something generally very new. We've been able to recolor our artwork for ages, and I've made videos talking about how you can change the color of like your illustrations or logo types or just brands in general through this really neat feature. But the key difference, the biggest difference, the one that makes it a million times better, is that now you can use something called the color theme picker. This is basically like a color picker where it takes the whole theme of the image that you are selecting and color picking from and puts it into your work, and it works super well. I really enjoy the process throughout using it. I can do it so easily. So now when I have this hand lettering piece, I can go ahead, bring in an image that I like from Unsplash, or maybe just a color theme from Coolers or Adobe Color. I just have to click on that and it brings in that color theme for me. Not only that, I can actually change the values. I've got a circular color form here and I can go ahead, change how much of a color wants to be prominent throughout the piece and where it sort of goes. It's really, really handy to have. The second update is something that we've had again for a little while, which is cloud documents. Now, obviously Adobe Illustrator has come over to the iPad and it's a native app now where we can start basically designing on it. If you want to know more about my opinions and thoughts on the app, there's a video coming out very soon, or a video that's already out now, and I'll link it down below in the description. But this means that we have to get work from a device to our desktop, and the only way to do that intuitively is through the cloud. So we now have better cloud documents. So when you are basically doing your work and you save it to the cloud, you go home and it's on Illustrator right there for you within the app. And not only that, we have previous version history. So we have version histories inside of Illustrator. So if you've messed something up that you have not saved the backup of it, you have a version history of it now where you can slide through, pick out the version that you want to carry on working from. This will save your life if you're an illustrator, I guarantee you. The next one is kind of a specialist one for designers, not so much illustrators, but it's called Snap to Glyphs. So now you can actually snap different shapes to the glyph. So it works like smart guides, but this new guide pops up. So when you're transforming a shape and you want it to be exactly at the bottom, middle, or height, X height, cap height, descender height, if you want it to hit those areas of your type, you can do that now. All you have to do is go to view and then go down to the option to let you do it. This is great for those who are trying to align their logos to text, especially if you do a lot of UI design. This is really good for aligning your logo to text or to other pieces of branding. This next feature is one that's dear to my heart, and it's font height variations. Font height variations mean that you can scale your font to the exact height that you need it to be. So for instance, if you had an area that you needed text to be 200 points exactly in that area, no longer do you have to go ahead and basically fit your font size to that. You can just type it in and boom, it's already done for you. Not only this, it's really useful when you're wanting to align your typeface to mastheads, to buttons, to anything else within your artwork. If you know that it needs to be a certain size based on another shape, you can change that. Another feature which is also typographically related is aligning your objects to the glyph bounds. Now, a bounding box is that weird transform box around the text. So it's not actually the X height really. Now what you can do is actually take a shape, so it could be a logo, and in the align options, you can align this to the actual bounding box. So it's not actually aligned to the X height, but it's aligned to the bounding box of the text that you've selected. This is really good, again, for logo design. It makes it that bit quicker, so you don't have to zoom right in, use smart guides to get it right, or putting guides into place. It just makes your life so much easier to align certain objects. Not only that, the last one is Adobe Illustrator is obviously on the iPad. I've got a video coming out soon if you want to watch that, but that's basically it. We've got got some really nice quality of life updates here in Illustrator. And I'm happy. I don't think Illustrator could be any better than it is now. It's not really crashing on me either. I've heard a lot from you guys that Illustrator may be crashing. Not too sure what's going on there. I run an iMac from last year and it seems to be working fine. But thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below which is your favorite update and what updates you would like to see in Adobe Illustrator, because right now I'm struggling to think of anything that I really want. But that's basically it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.